Dynamite! Who wants some TNT? Not bad for an old timer.
Hey everyone, what's happening? We are back today with another Brawl Stars video, and today I've got a very special guest with us today. We've got Jas Patrick, the voice actor for DynaMike. How's it going, man? How you doing today?
Kaplawi! Doing great there, Lex. How you doing?
Oh man, that's great. So Jas, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, when I was a young neophyte, the elders told me, they said, "Son, you shall never be a wizard." And I said, "Forget you, old man." No, I don't know. I started out life as a wee small musician, and I was a musician all my life. I put together a studio to make my own music and stuff like that, and my engineer and my wife at the time, the guy who helped me build it, Brad Bass, thank you, buddy. He said, you should be a voice actor because you're always annoying me with voices. Because I would, anytime we'd be, I'd sing or something, he'd be in the, in the control part of the studio, and I'd be back, and he's like, "Okay, let's take it again," and I'd go, "I'll do it for you because we're family," and just really awful things like that, and I'd be like, "You got a pretty mouth there, boy." and of course I'd mess with my wife, she'd be asleep, and of course you get the same voice. "You awake there, darling?" They said, "You should do this." And I said, "Well, that was part of my plan. I always wanted to be a voice actor. I thought, you make a bit of a name in music, and then you get the LA agent, and you go out to LA, and there you go. That's how it works." And I wasn't wrong entirely. I am moving to LA either later this year or early next. Voice acting is really, really broad, like what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Anytime you hear a disembodied voice, "Welcome, Kroger shoppers. We have kumquats on sale for $3.99 a pound." That's a voice actor. Right. You don't realize it, but it is. If it's a disembodied voice, it's there. Elevators, IVR, telephones. Thank you for calling. It's all that kind of stuff. That's all voice acting. So there was this whole wide world of things I didn't know about. Character, which I'm lucky enough to do in video games and things, is just the tippy top, the little bit of it, of this huge mountain of voiceover, and there's just all kinds of stuff.
The character voices do you like doing those more than the other stuff? Is that more interesting to you, or?
I kind of treat everything a bit of like a character. I'll play an older man, for example. I did a Shiner box spot. This actually the Super Bowl Shiner box spot that they played in Texas. Basically, me being a cowboy, older cowboy, and I was like, from LaGuardia they come, wearing Stetson hats and all this, and they want to have a beer. So to me, I don't usually talk like that.
Right.
So it's a character, So to me, I always kind of approach it like character work, and it's all acting.
Speaking of the elephant in the room, you're not a 60-year-old crotchety hillbilly. What's going on with that?
That's just fun to do. I mean, brace yourselves for a blast. It's just it's fun to do. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's bizarre. You always get this, you hear the voice and you have this image in your mind of what it's going to be, and all of our expectations are blown seeing this young guy here.
Yeah, well, I'm getting grumpy. I don't know. It's just the gravelly voices really work for me, and it's just kind of right in that. I have kind of a bit of a scratchy voice anyway, a bit of a they call it gritty or grizzled or whatever, but I can really, amp it up and get the, you start getting like this, and then you just kind of take it up, and you start being a little insane, and next thing you know, don't touch my canary, and there it is. That's
oh man, but it's not just. I mean, I was watching some of your demos, and such crazy variety of things that you can do was mind-blowing to me. It's like, all right, he can do British and this, and it's like, how do you have to practice like each one of these things?
Because of music, I'll say it helped. I don't know if there's genetics involved or whatever. Obviously must be some, but there's I have a British dialect coach that I used, Yvonne. Hello, Yvonne, I love you. But I was already doing British long before her, and when I got to her, she just helped me to make it authentic. Here, when you say, "Oh, I do a British accent," they're like, they expect Mary Poppins. In South East London, they expect it to be real toothy like this. Oh, right, yeah, too right, yeah, governor. And you go over there, and while some of them talk like that, not the vast majority of them.
Right.
Everyone wants to do the Queens, you see. It's also very toothy and very, but it's a characterization. It's not real. So, doing it more where you're actually saying something and it doesn't sound quite so forced and ridiculous, And my teachers taught me with Americans, we're very smiley and wide mouth. And whereas Yvonne always said, you have to sound bold, dear. You have to sound bold. My favorite is doing like the, everyone would, winter's coming. And when you're doing the Yorkshire, you go like this, right, dog. You better be quiet back there. And my British friends are going, yeah, his RP is crap. But, it's like, it's passable with Americans and that sort of thing. And video games, they don't always want perfect. They want what's known.
What's probably one of the hardest voices that you've really had to work at to get?
Any to be authentic. I mean, like I said, my British friends are going to be like, oh, Jace, that's terrible. You do it so much better.
So along the lines of like characters, have you done a lot of video games as well?
Yeah, I did. I'm trying to think. Warhammer. I did Warhammer. Martyr, Inquisitor Martyr. Cool. I did, and no speaking parts. All creatures, and I must have done 60-something creatures. So lots of, that kind of stuff, which is rough on the voice, and even little things like that, just kind of, just weird, just awful things. Those are really fun to do to my wife when she's sleeping.
That's evil.
Feeding time. Yeah, she hates that.
I can't imagine why.
Oh, it's awful, isn't it?
So this isn't your first gig though with Supercell though either. You've done some stuff with them before, correct?
Originally, it was the Night Witch karaoke contest.
Yeah.
Always roll deep with a gang of bats. I was all the bats.
And I always roll deep with a gang of bats.
And there was, I think I did like 6 or 8 voices and I stacked them up. It was really funny when they sent me, I think what you were saying is how they hired me. They just kind of came out of nowhere and they said, hey, can you sing in character? And I was like, I think so, I'm not really sure, so I, singing I Will Always Love You in a Scottish brogue and stuff. And I will always love you. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds great. I love it. It's freaking right on. Whitney, eat my shorts, Whitney. And it was like, no, that's terrible. But, just doing that kind of thing. And then they came back and I'm like, yeah, I can sing in character. What kind of character do you want? And they said, okay, well, actually, we want you to rap in character. And I'm like, I think I can rap. I mean, as a musician, I've got good time. Basically, one of the things that everybody does, I do for a party, is I do a bit of a Brando kind of thing like that. So I just start walking around the house, and I'm like, get down, girl, go ahead, get down. Get down, girl, go ahead, get down, I ain't saying you're a gold digger, you got needs. You don't want to do the smoke, but you can't buy weed. You go out to eat, you can't pay, you can't leave. There's dishes in the back. He's got to roll up his sleeves. Internet, I know I'm not a rapper, so don't worry. You're not going to see Jace's new, what up. It's not happening. But, yeah.
We kind of want it now.
Yeah, no, I've thought about that. Just putting out, the dwarf's greatest hits, or something, And it sounds like a gang of cartoon characters. And that's what it was. You guys can hear it. Again, I'm not a rapper, so some of it I try to do a little bit of a Anthony Kiedis kind of thing, join a night witch and raise your battle axe, that kind of thing, and just kind of getting that back like the early, he had that kind of delivery in like Blood Sugar Sex Magic and stuff,
But okay, so that was
that went to Brawl Stars, which was
Right.
the promo video you brought up, which was the and now you've met the Brawl Stars who were fathers and be. So brace yourself for a blast, because here comes DynaMike. Yeah, and that's where it came from, and that's this crazy old coot and his bird are here to bring the boom, and that was DynaMike, and from that. They got back with me and they said, hey, we want in-game sounds for him now, and I was like, okay, cool, and that's where the birds are singing. That all they just wrote the lines and gave me the stuff, and a lot of they didn't really, there wasn't a lot of direction because it was just kind of like do what you do, and I was like, okay, so. And typically with something like that, you give them birds are singing, birds are singing, birds are singing. You try. You don't know what they want, and
Right.
they don't know what they want in a lot of respects. Sometimes they do, but they don't. It's just whatever. And of course, they won't laugh. So, you try all the different. There's some that you just go insane. Completely insane. Well, it kind of, because when I would talk like him, and I'm sitting here talking to Lex, and I think about things. He's not always going to, he might want to buy some broccoli. So he had to have highs and lows, and, well, backwards, highs and lows. So, if you just buy an insurance, you're not going to go, give me insurance. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. You just kind of start messing with him, and he's really fun to do. I mean,
hit us with some DynaMike then.
DynaMike, okay. Birds are singing, down to mine. Kapowie! DynaMike! DynaMike! Sorry. Not bad for an old timer. Don't touch my canary. I've got a short fuse. I'm getting grumpy. Who wants some TNT? Here, birdie, 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 birdie. Yeah,
I love them.
That's the ones I remember.
That's great, man. Now, speaking of games, you've played Brawl Stars, right? I mean,
I have.
Just a little bit, though.
Just a little bit, yeah. No, I'm kind of an Overwatch, Rocket League. Recently, bought a Switch for myself, and I've been playing Zelda Breath of the Wild, and that's nice and calming.
Do you want to play a game with me,
We can,
sir?
yeah,
You want
sure.
to play a showdown game with me?
No. I want to be on your
Yes.
team.
No, that's it. You're going to be on my team. Duo showdown.
Mike is just out of
Yes.
his mind.
Yes, as you watch, just Mike just dancing for you. Just
Yeah, I'm gonna blow something up. Yeehaw! All right. Here. Actually, if we made it legitimate, more like Overwatchy or something. You're garbage. Delete your game immediately.
okay. Are you ready
I
for
am.
some duo showdown? So we open up. So showdown. You want to open up these boxes, right? And when you collect these cubes that come out of these boxes, if you just follow me,
Okay.
you'll get these power cubes, right? And
Yeah.
they will make us stronger.
Okay. Groovy.
So, and then other people will try to steal them as well. Cool. Oh, gotta pick that up. I'll grab it. And this guy. So old El Primo over here, he doesn't want to mess with you because.
El Primo.
Oh boy. Oh, nice! You killed him. Good job, dude. All right, so we picked these cubes right here. Okay.
Oh, I forgot. Oh, I actually went
Oh,
Scottish.
I killed
My bad.
her, and these guys are about to die as well. Okay.
Oh, there's Bull.
Yeah. No,
I kill you, Bull.
Oh, get him! Tell Bill Russell what's up. Yes. Okay. Yeah, he's dead. Look, we killed them all. It's just us and one other team, and we've got 12 power-ups, which means we are going to be very hard to stop.
Oops.
All right. Okay, that guy's dead. One more guy, and we win.
All right.
Daryl
Well,
over here.
I may not play, mobile gaming that much, but I can still stick and move.
There it is. Look at that. We win. We win.
Kaplowy! I don't know why Bull not as good as Jace, but it's okay. Hey, Bill, come play me on Overwatch, pal.
Very nice.
That was for Bill, not all you other gamers who are awesome out there who just melt my face. I'm still loving watching Mike is just like, he's just out of his mind.
He's such a fun character. He's got that one big tooth right there. It's great.
I don't know. Maybe it's peyote. I don't know why it's so happy.
All right, so tell people where they can find you, Jace.
I've got some content coming out in a couple of months, a month or two. Some of you may already be there. So if it's like around April or something, you can go check me out on YouTube, Jas Patrick. I will be coming out with regular content on YouTube, and I can't really tell you what it is. But if you like, basically, if you like me doing voices and stuff, you know, you're not going to be disappointed. And if you don't go, you're going to find something in your bed when you, it's not going to be pleasant. You know?
Oh, nice. Yeah. So everybody, you know, be sure to go check him out. Find out what the surprise is here in a month or so. You know, see what you think of that. Also, in the description down below, a bunch of his social media links and website, that kind of stuff are going to be down there. You guys go check him out on that stuff. We hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, until next time, we'll catch you guys on the flip side.
Cheers.
Peace out.
Subscribe to Lex, or I'm going to come and throw some dynamite at you. Kapowie! And don't listen to Bull. He's not as smart as I am. I got the thinking rod right here on top of my head. And don't touch my canary. Well, if you subscribe to Lex, you can touch my canary.